Welcome to BAF Solutions Network. It is Master Motivators Monday. Here's the intro.
The revolution will not be televised.
I like to sit and meditate on what it is I'm going to work on, or I meditate on the canvas, and after a while,
statements out to the people through his work, and you do the same thing, Q. So you're representing very well here on BET. Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute. Now we're going to take some time right now to see Malcolm Jamal in action right here on the BAF Solutions Network.
So the soundtrack work for the silent video. Makes sense.
The revolution will not be televised.
I like to sit and meditate on what it is I'm going to work on, or I meditate on the canvas, and after a while,
Statements out to the people through his work, and you do the same thing, Q. So you're representing very well here on BET. The Malcolm Jamal Warner tribute.
Malcolm
Now
Jamal
we're going to take some time right now to see Malcolm
saw
Jamal
him.
in action
I did
right
some
here
work with
on
him in
the
his
BAF
house
Solutions Network.
right before Decatur.
He just in Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
It was a couple weeks right before that incident.
Everybody live down here.
Yeah, I know he was a musician. He did music,
Everything.
all that. I know he did all that.
Just got a break as a kid. He was playing Billy's son. That's what happened. But he was more than that.
So we pay homage to the electrical engineers today. Check out this electrical engineer.
History facts you probably would dismiss. In the heart of Chicago, 1922, a tale of resilience and determination unfolds. Meet Sam Taylor, an African-American with just a sixth grade education set to change history. From coal stoker to saloon runner, he swept floors at a magazine publisher. But it was his collaboration with neighbor Robert Patterson that sparked his interest in electrical work. In pursuit of a dream, Sam encountered a roadblock when a correspondence course refused to reach him solely based on the color of his skin. Undeterred, he birthed the Taylor Electric Company. Sam's work lit up the Motor Road District, gracing establishments like Blue Star Auto and even Al Capone's domain. The 1930s marked a clash with the notorious Umbrella Mike Boyle as Sam fought for membership in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW, Local 1341. Today, the Taylor Electric Company stands as one of the oldest family-owned black businesses in the U.S., a testament to Sam Taylor's unyielding spirit. So, as the Taylor Electric Company continues illuminating Chicago, remember Sam's legacy, a beacon of determination inspiring generations to come. History facts.
Ashe, ashe. So we give it up to our ancestors. Man, ashe, yeah. All of the electrical engineers out there, you know, electricity and magnetism is something that's changed our life for the better. And even people that have created things, all these inventions, like the indicators of the light poles, the traffic signals. Yeah, those are some that bring up more inventions that electricians have had. So we're gonna interview Mr. Daniel Freeman here. I'm so excited you all could join us right after we do our breathing, get connected to the ancestors and get connected to our environment so that we can start off this week right. So I'd love for you all to sit on up. This is a part of the electromagnetism too, all the electromagnetic energy within the body. So I'd love for you all, go ahead and sit up tall. Let's get some good breath in our belly. and we're gonna enjoy breathing, because we all know that you can live a few days and a few weeks without having food or water, but how long can you live without the breath? So that's a part of the electromagnetic energy that's in the body as well. All right, and this is also the heartbeat, the number one electrical signal that's in the body is our heart bumping and sending those electrical signals to the neurons. So I'd love for you all to join in the heartbeat and breathe in and breathe out and breathe in love, patience, resilience, and breathe out. Breathe out anything that doesn't serve you. Breathe out anything, all that gunk. Breathe in. You want to enjoy the day, enjoy the week. Breathe out. Breathe out anything that you want to get off your chest. Breathe in. Breathe in anything that you want to attract. This is electromagnetic energy. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Ashe, so that'll get you ready for the week. Just have everything nice and get that good prana energy, that good life force energy in there. So welcome. Let's huddle on in, everybody. Welcome to BAF Solutions Network. Here we have Mr. Daniel Freeman. We're so excited you all could join us for the interview today with Mr. Freeman. We are so excited you could be here. We're excited that you're here live in the Chemic Club as well.
Glad to be
So
here.
yeah, thank you. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your story. Y'all, this is a magnificent brother, the children's father of Shonda Freeman's boys, and he's been raising up an amazing young kings, a young kingdom. So
And we do our best. You know, it takes a village. really.
Ashe, yeah. Well, we're here to help for sure. Your boys have always been magnificent coming in. I'll show some pictures here in just a bit. So we'd love to hear a little bit about your story, where you're from, and who you are.
Actually, I was born and raised in Georgia. I went to school locally around here, Tri-Cities,
Yay.
Paul D. West, Oak Knoll. A lot has changed since then, but it still feels like home.
Yeah.
And, establishing my business here, it kind of feels good giving back to the community I grew up in a little bit. And I'm blessed to have that experience in my life.
Ashe. Yeah, so ATL, and then how'd you get involved with electrical engineering? Is that something that your people have taught you when you were growing up or younger, or?
It's actually something I just fell upon. I was in between jobs at the time, and I was looking around to see what would pay a little more. The electrical kind of fell into my lap. And it's really been over a decade since, between schooling and becoming licensed and having my own business. Like I give a lot to electrical. I appreciate it.
Cool. And what school did you go to?
I went to the IEC, that's Independent Electrical Contractors.
Okay.
Did that for about 4 years. My company that I worked for actually paid me to go to school.
Oh wow.
So it actually it was a real beneficial program.
Yeah, man, when I was in college, there was an internship, and my roommates were in computer science and electrical engineering, and they got paid twice as much as I did. I'm like, yo, I'm in my master's program or no, I think I was a senior at that time. But I'm like, man, I'm older than y'all. I'm like 2-3 years older than y'all. Y'all get more than me.
They probably had like a lot of work study programs.
Yeah.
And going in between that.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
But I'm like, man, come on, man, I went to North Carolina A&T State University, man. Put some respect on my name. Right, but you know, it was all good. It was just a humbling experience to know that there's a lot of value in technology and electrician work and computer science and mashing all that together. So it was just a humbling experience.
It's only expanding.
Exactly. So I'd love to go ahead and show Shonda Freeman's boys here. So you all know most likely Brother Tahir right here. When you pull up the website, Mr. Tahir here, he's been doing a great job bringing in some good energy with BAF and volunteering and doing all that he can. And also, you'll see Tahir and the other son, Drexel, and they're playing chess right here. So they've been in the chess club and have their after-school type of vibes here as well. So they come in and do their studying here. So it's been a delight having them at the Kemet Club, and obviously y'all are doing a great job.
Yeah, we gotta keep up with them. They're especially with chess. He don't beat me, so he's kind of gotten into his head.
Yeah. They pick up real fast.
Yeah, they're great boys. The greatest blessing in my life. They really motivated me to get to where I'm at this point, so I can give them a better life, a better experience.
Ashe. What's it like being a parent?
It's great, man. I came from a big family, so there was always like a bunch of us. It's just the different challenges of raising them, making sure certain influences aren't influencing them.
Right.
But outside of that, man, I enjoy the ride. Yeah. It's a great experience.
So we got chess club on certain select Sundays, so we're gonna roll out some more of those flyers, and we'll keep you all posted. But Daniel here is a member of the chess club as well.
Yes.
He actually helped get our chess club started up again over the summer. So are there any activities that you enjoy doing for fun, like chess?
Like I enjoy chess. I bowl. I've been bowling since I was 3. I still bowl. I've been getting into woodworking.
Oh wow. What type of woodworking is it?
So I've attempted to make a bow.
Okay. Like a bow and arrow.
Like a bow and arrow, and also the string, hand threading the string itself. It didn't turn out too good the first time around, but through practice comes more experience, becomes like better quality, you know. So I just keep at it.
Yep. Yeah, I actually got to make a chair out of wood. I
think you was telling me about that.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's right over there. Got the Ankh chair here in the Kemet Club. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Baba Yusuf Crowder. He's my mentor, and he's the drum instructor with our drum troupe. And he'd be a great person to connect with on the.
I think I need to get that information. We was talking about that, because I really want to get back into it in a sense. But I've been putting my hands on also pottery, the arts. I really enjoy working with my hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then also Westview Makerspace. Westview Makerspace is a real good place where we drum on Sundays. Yeah, y'all should check that out too.
I go there on Saturdays for the pottery classes.
See there? Yeah.
Me and my sons, they enjoy it. Like, I wish I could have brought some of the pieces, but yeah.
Yeah, well, come join us next time on BAF Solutions Network. Find our next BAF Business Spotlight with Brother Daniel Freeman here.
That'll be great.
So you were talking about some of your beginnings of your electrician experience, your electrical journey, and I have a picture here that we wanted to shout out one of your business partners and one of your mentors.
Yes, it was Charles R. Morton Electric. I was with him in the beginning stages of my electrical journey when it came to owning my own business. He really helped me evolve into the electrician I am today. Like, I give him a lot of credit, even from a business standpoint, the different things I could do better when it came to advertising or treating the customer a certain way. Always about customer service. You know, so that's why even now people will call back now because of my customer service. Because it's, in the end of the day, it's all about satisfying them.
Right,
You know, even though I'm getting paid for it, I do my best to be fair.
Yeah. So are there some tips that you could give some people with having your business and some of the customer service tricks that you've been able to see work?
People like to be called ahead of time to make sure you're on your way, or give them a notice to get themselves situated with the appointment. Also, like, just having introducing yourself properly, having like a good attitude. You know, you're here, you're in their home. You want to make them feel as comfortable as possible with yourself entering their home. For customers, I would say just to do like a background check before you get somebody to come over. Recheck your breakers, reset your breakers and whatnot, because that could be just a simple issue that could cost you a lot of money. Make sure you're resetting them fully all the way back and forth. For GFCIs, the buttons on their checking, to make sure those are reset properly. Just little things like that will save you a lot of money in the long run.
Okay. So you're talking about some of this equipment. I'm not sure if everybody knows exactly what the breaker even is, or what the GCSI is.
It's like some people call it like a breaker box or the panel box. It's usually within your garage or your laundry room a lot of times. They give you certain signals on there, as we're highlighting on here. These are what's considered breakers. That's in the middle, the black devices. Right here, yes, those right there, those are considered breakers. And when I say reset, there's actually like a lever on them when you go to them. You can press it all the way back and then push it forward to make sure it's snapping. But you gotta remember to press it all the way back to get the clear reset, because certain people just push it forward and then the power's still off. And that's how they get around to calling somebody and they coming over and they gotta pay a cost, and all they're doing is resetting the breaker. I've had many clients where I'm just at the house, I just went and reset the breaker. like it happens more often than you think.
Right.
But that'll be like a little tip if they want to save some costs. Try that first.
Right. Mm-hmm. So why does it get triggered? Like why do outlets get triggered and make the breaker flip?
So it could be like a overload on the breaker. It's actually picking up more than it can handle. So a safety mechanism releases within the breaker to trip it, so that way it's not causing any further damage. If it did, but like it could be that, it could be things with the weather. It could create a surge that goes throughout your home. There's no way to really determine where that surge is going to land. And that could affect like burning, faults within the circuit of the room. A room could be out. Light fixtures going out from overloads, that could happen. So there could be a number of issues that are basically out of my control or anybody's control. All we're doing, we're at the mercy of nature when it comes to electrical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's go to the weather. That way, how does the weather changing affect the breaker box?
So like, for example, like let's say a lightning strike, it could strike out a transformer outside, which could either overload the circuit at a certain point, which caused the burning. And the electrical system is, they have a system in place in order to navigate that overload, but it can only handle so much at a certain point in time. And so that's why people are adding like surge protectors to their homes. So that way it can just, the surge can go to that central point and just stay there to a certain point.
That's like a water thing, or like how does that happen?
Like with the surge?
Yeah.
So since everything's connected, like everything's connected. When we come from the transformer to the home, to the panel, to the circuits, it's all really connected back to the source in a sense. And if that source gets disrupted, potentially it can disrupt the whole system that's connected to that source, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, like looking at solar power, you know, there's electricians that have to look at the solar power, and they were explaining how the solar power panel sends electricity back to the grid, but if the grid is blown, like if the grid has a blackout, then it could cause major problems,
throughout the whole system.
Right. So that was
So nothing is really isolated in a sense. Everything, like even if the power company was to go out, that would affect everybody connected to that system.
Yeah, which is strange because it seems like there should be some like stops and starts, like say where a capacitor is or something, like where a certain area is.
Certain areas, but I mean, that's how, well, that's another, I feel like that's, I don't know, I ain't gonna say it's a form of control, but, but we're all like,
we're here to talk about it.
We can't, yeah, if you can't self-sustain in a sense, then you're what's the word I'm looking for? You're dependent.
Yeah.
Yes, you're dependent.
Yeah, dependent on it. Yeah, that's what they want us. I mean, even going back to Tesla versus Thomas Edison, that whole experience, learning.
He was trying to give us free energy.
Right, free energy. We should have energy from the ether, like have electricity that comes from lightning bolts, and we can harness electricity from lightning, or even if there is no lightning, there's still electromagnetism all over the globe that we could harness. But we'll talk about that a little later. You know, maybe on our mastermind Mondays, we'll go ahead and keep on looking at more ways that we should talk about how we could be more sustainable.
Yes.
And you know, we'll get into that in a second. So with this electrical panel here, what's the problem with the panel on the left here? I see there's a before and after, and the one on the right looks much cleaner. But
so it looks like it's an older model. It's been worn. The before, like it's looked like it's been going through a lot of years. And it could have still been stable, but maybe somebody just wanted to have everything upgrade, get like a whole new image to their new environment they're in. And with the newer one, the Aftermath, it looks like everything's been upgraded. They used looks like a square D panel. Those are highly recommended. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but they are well worth the expense in protection-wise. So it looks like whoever did that, they wanted to make sure everything was in order.
is that this part?
Yeah, it's all of it. It's the panel, it's the breakers.
Right.
The whole system kind of works together.
Got you. Yeah, this looks much better than that.
And then it gives you another level of protection in the after. Since this one, the one on before is considered the main lug, which as you can see, the bigger wires connecting on the top is only connected to the board, and that's it. There's no separation, there's no disconnection. As to the after, you have a main breaker, which allows you to cut the power off to the whole building or structure or home you in, but still retain the power there.
Got you.
Yes, but on the other one, you have to go outside in order to cut the power. if you're able to.
Got you. So you also talked about GC something.
GFCI.
I ain't never heard it be called a GFCI. Just here call it an outlet, you know, or just a plug. That's just we call it just a plug out here in the South.
So it's abbreviated for ground fault circuit interrupter. It stops, it isolates the power when there's a fault recognized within it. So like near water, near sinks, bathrooms, those are the areas you'll usually find the GFCI. Outside for weather protection. Yeah, those are usually locations. And they're for just like certain faults, like damp, wet conditions, things like that. Back in the day, they used to just use outlets, so even if it got wet, the water is still electrified. So you could potentially get shocked still from touching the water.
Right.
As in with these, it'll send off a mechanism like a breaker to cut it off, so that way it's just isolated there.
So why do we need to press this reset button here? I know sometimes that you're not able to hook up like when you hook up something, it's not on, and then you have to reset it, but it seems like it should be.
So it's a good thing potentially that it recognized a fault. So that way the mechanism actually switched off and the power cut off.
So if it keeps on switching off,
then
you have to press it over and over and over.
So there could be a fault in the GFCI, or there could be a fault in whatever you're plugging into it. It's reading the fault coming from the device.
Wow.
So it could be a number of things.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll have to talk to Daniel here, you know, go ahead and go to his website so you can learn some more. He obviously has an amazing experience with this amazing group of knowledge in his head right here that some of us just don't know about. But I do know one of the big things with electromagnetism is having the positive and negative. So we'll look at one more historian before we talk about that, to give us a little prep on why we should pay attention and why this is important in the Black community.
He was an inventor who held more than 50 patents and was the first African-American mechanical and electrical engineer after the Civil War. Mr. Woods invented the synchronous multiplex railway telegraph, which allowed train stations and moving trains to communicate. Right?
Okay, so we got the train service stations is important. That's a switch that tells you whether you should go left or right, apparently, or
And I think he dealt with magnets to a certain extent when it came from the switching and whatnot, the relays, and it's that's a whole nother level.
yeah, it's intense.
Yes.
Let's hear a little bit more.
A Black engineer. Now that's your Black History Month.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was it. All right, cool. So that was Granville Woods. So he was an affluent engineer that talked about trains and how the electrical engineering connects to trains. So I know that there's some positive and negative, you know. In electromagnetism, there's always the positive, and positive goes out, and then negative comes in. So negative brings in the energy, and then positive takes it out.
So it's also similar to electrical when it comes to the plug itself. You have the power side, the neutral side, and also the grounding side to bring it back to Earth. In the sense, the neutral side is more the negative side, and the hot is actually the positive side, and they work together in order to circulate the electricity throughout whatever's powering it.
So would that be something like one of these, where you have more than one, you have a positive and a negative but there's more than one positive? Or it looks like these are just different volts.
Yeah, they're different volts, so with the voltmeter, it can read different things depending on how you, what signal you plug it into. So it can read like amperage, it can read ohms, which is the resistance. It can also read the voltage, which is in the plugs and everyday devices to power them.
Right.
It's
Okay.
also one.
So this is one of the major equipments that you use, huh?
Yes, so it helps me determine if the voltage is correct, if there's an overage, if there's faults happening. I could do all that with the voltmeter.
So and then you just hook up this needle to one end of the.
Yeah, the positive and the negative, or even the positive to the ground or the negative to the ground, depending on what fault I'm trying to recognize.
Looks like this is a good example of that too.
So it's reading actually 231, and I think this is a foreign device. It's a little under the 240, because what they like to stay between above and below, I believe 5%. So that would be leaning a little towards a fault from the US standards. But yeah, that's him testing the circuit, reading the voltage on the circuit, making sure it's reading correctly.
Okay. So okay. So and then.
Oh wow, it is shining all of a sudden.
Yeah, we talked about the electromagnetic energy, and now the sun. I don't know if y'all can see us. Man, the
That's
sun
crazy.
just came in
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Look at that electromagnetic energy.
Look at
right
that.
there. Yeah, so I can put a.
It really did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's strange.
It's crazy.
Okay. So we getting the light. God said, "Let there be light." And we getting that today. That's a lot of people don't know that is electromagnetic energy itself. That even light, and there's different bands on the electromagnetic energy spectrum, and people don't realize how powerful our electromagnetic energy really is. Because just like I said before we did our breathing, the fact that we have transmission from the body and we also receive radiation. So on our electromagnetic spectrum, you have visible light in the middle, and it's interesting seeing the different waves. Like I'm sure
And the vibrations.
Yeah, it's all vibrations, So a lot of people don't realize that people are electromagnetic beings, and that we encompass the entire spectrum, and we're influenced by especially the visible light spectrum. So the visible light spectrum is right here in the middle, and you'll see the wavelengths and the energy that's being put out. So and then you have the electron volts and the wavelength being in nanometers, that the waves are actually how far apart the wave, crest to crest or trough to trough, but also the energy. So we get, I'm sure you probably deal with a lot of the radio and microwaves, huh? You probably deal with those.
Not a whole lot when it comes to electrical. That's a whole nother, but there's been certain things I have been interested in, people like harnessing electromagnetic waves and like even the free energy that we was talking about, Tesla and whatnot. I honestly want to get into studies about that to try to become more self-sustainable.
Yeah, there's some experiments that we could look at, and before I go to that, it just shows that there's many frequencies. This is a good one too. That there's many frequencies that we're affected by, and I got to do an internship on ground penetrating radar, and you're sending electricity, sending electrons down, and then there's resonance that everything has.
Okay.
So there's an internal resonance. Where
So it's almost like pulsing?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the pulse gets sent down, then it'll either reflect or absorb and then resonate and go
Oh,
off
and
as
that
well.
creates your imagery and stuff.
Exactly,
Okay, okay.
exactly. So that was
Huh.
something pretty big I got to experience down in Botswana, and I think it's very important. But like you say, there are some gatekeepers here because you can find ground penetrating radar being cost at $5,000 a day to rent, $5,000 a day
Goodness.
minimum to rent. So it makes sense that they don't really want us to have some of this technology, because then you can actually go into the ocean and you can look and see, and you can make a map underground of the ocean.
I've seen some people generate electricity from salt water
right
in certain practices. Like it's
Exactly. See, that's exactly what I was about to pull up, is the potato. But here's a ground penetrating radar system, and you walk across. I got to walk across the Latsane Dam in Botswana, and this is a good one here, but there's
never
a
seen that.
transmitter and then a receiver, and then whatever is underground. So there's a certain dielectric material range, which is showing you how much the object may absorb or reflect. So, and then I can know if it's air, I'll know if it's water, I'll know if it's concrete, if it's a break in wood, I'll know if there's rocks and whatnot. So electromagnetism is all around us, and then there's certain wavelengths. If you have a longer wavelength for shorter distances, or a shorter wavelength for longer distances. So there's certain things that we can actually observe in real life, and you're able to make a map like this right here. So I could actually make a map underground to actually know, oh, okay, it's gravel right here, and then it turns into a different layer, and then it's another layer. And much like this one right here, 2 o'clock. yeah. So, and then we have this map. Oh, okay, I guess well, those are some of the attenuation. That's what it looks like with the black and white. They're called attenuation. So it'll show you exactly how the angle is on a different object.
you can see the wavelengths on there through that picture a little bit.
Exactly. Here we go. Here's a better image. So you'll see exactly what the wavelength is actually showing. So, and then we're able to say, oh, okay, here's that certain amount of curvature is gonna give a different type of object. So and then, you know, this is a certain wavelength where it looks like they're looking for something that's a little bit in the mid range. So you may have a wavelength that's a mid wavelength, as opposed to it being extra long or extra short. Then you have a different a middle range wavelength. So it's pretty cool. It's been real cool, and then you can see these lines, and there's certain ways that we're able to map out exactly what's going on here in this mid range. So that's something super cool that I got to experience, understanding electromagnetism within physics. And it's also metaphysics. Like you say, there is metaphysics behind it, because we're actually learning more ways that we can uplift our energy, and more ways that we can actually respond to each other in everyday life. That there's, you know, we're being connected through electromagnetic energy, especially within 6 feet. That's why during COVID, they were saying that they want us to be apart at least 6 feet. Because there's evidence of our toroidal field. And that's actually where our electromagnetic energy goes out at at
And it can be-
minimum, like at least, because we know that thought is faster than the speed of light.
Yes.
So it can actually travel through the universe, but for our toroidal field, we're actually being electromagnetically
Charged?
connected. Right, charged, connected, like
Huh.
like when you get positive energy, what we call positive energy, where you're saying, oh man, I like your vibes, like it's those vibrations, you can feel those vibrations even before you speak.
Okay.
And
That makes
also
sense.
the, like what we say is negative, so there's that attraction and repulsion. So just like we were saying, the positive goes out and negative absorbs, so there's different attraction and repulsion.
It's almost like
going
what you
on in the
choose to
world.
manifest, or what you, it's really your choice.
Yeah, and we're motivating people to manifest
Yeah, it's a
positive
positive,
things here,
yes,
you know?
yes.
So we want people to really understand different aspects of life here with metaphysics, and also have your website here. So here's Daniel's website, everybody. Easy Fix Electrical Services LLC.com. That's Easy Fix Electrical Services LLC.com. And here you can give them a call, and you'll find some of the information here. And I'd love to check out some of the pictures here that you have on Facebook. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit more about your websites and any of the pictures as we get over there too.
Okay.
Oh man, you do a lot here. You got electrical installations, repairs, lightning ceiling fan installations, electrical wiring, EV chargers even. So that's a new topic too.
Anything, everything electrical.
Okay. Safety, efficiency, excellence, your trusted choice. So I've noticed that on some of the reviews on some of the other sites, you've been having 5-star reviews. So
Yes.
obviously your customer service has been playing a good part. You've been learning
Like I said,
a lot.
it's all about the customer. I mean, at the end of the day, even though I'm providing a service, like people really are in a lot of gratitude when things get solved for them.
And that's residential and commercial as well. So residential and commercial, and here's some of the gallery. So there's the breaker box again. So you're testing with the voltmeter.
Yes.
Looks like, and let's let you.
So this is recessed lights, a chandelier I installed in the foyer. It's pretty high.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the different angles. That was a bit of a challenge, but we got
Sheesh. Look at that.
bathroom renovations. When
Wow.
it comes to the mirror lights,
Wow. Look at that.
faults within. This was actually a service head, so it's the power coming from the transformer from the power company going into the home, and that's what the damage was. It was happening.
Yeah, it looks pretty shoddy there.
Yeah. So I did a repair on that. Pendant lights for the island, a whole kitchen renovation,
So you
recessed
actually
lights.
get the hardware as well. You do more or
So the hardware comes and I assemble it, basically.
okay.
When it comes to the under cabinet lights, underneath the cabinets, the recessed lights in the ceiling.
So you have to crawl in some different spaces.
Yeah, so I have to get into the attic sometimes, depending. I might have to get into the crawl space, depending. So this was in the developing stages of it, just getting everything situated. It's in the hotel.
Wow. So it's residential and commercial.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Another chandelier, thermostats.
Oh yeah, I forget about that.
I'm a bit of a handyman as well, so people ask me to do certain things outside of electrical, and if I'm able, I'll let them know, and we can go from there.
Okay, I forget about thermostats. That's the reason why we had our heat off for the.
Yes, the thermostat. Yeah, I'm thinking about changing my thermostat as
Right,
well.
I'm like, man,
That simple thing can cause the whole simple system to go down.
Oh, so that's on top of the house.
Yes.
And
So that was a repair that happened. There was probably a break or something. I repaired the inside, created a new loop on the outside.
Get some of that.
Oh yeah, that's
glare off.
a little better.
All right,
Yeah.
there we go. And then
So it's a bunch of simple repair. Another chandelier. There's a fault in the panel, fan, ceiling fan. So we do a little bit of everything. That's a storage unit. We did the lighting for the storage units.
I want to ask a question.
oh yeah. So we have a question from our audience here. As we pull around with the conscious cam in the Chemic Club.
Yeah, brother. My name is Arnold Penix, and I'm the producer for the Garbacitos Talent Development Workshop, developing the BAF Solutions Network and this program as well. But you say we. When you say we, you have a team of electricians that work with your company?
Well, it's mainly a one-man show for the most part.
Sole proprietorship?
Yes. So I hire when need be for bigger projects that I'm working on that's a little more than I can handle. But for the most part, it's mostly me.
Oh, okay. So basically, you subcontract, and whatever you need, you call in other assistants to help you based on the need.
Yes, based on the need most of the time. Yes, sir.
Okay, and so basically, a lot of times people want ceiling fans installed. Is that the biggest seller? What's your biggest seller as far as your service?
Troubleshooting is honestly my biggest seller. Like people having problems in their home and me coming and figuring out what the issue is.
Is there a consultation fee or a free consultation?
So, depending on what we go through over the phone, if it's a simple problem and they know it's a problem, then it will be a fee just for that. But if I have to go there and investigate, there's a separate fee for that as well.
Okay, basically. So you do talk to them on the phone and assess?
Yes, I'll help them out if I can. If it's something as simple as like, check and see if you need to flip your breaker or you need to reset a GFCI. I'll do my best to help people out, save them a little money. It's not always about the money. If I can, help them out with just a little knowledge.
Very personable, and your customer service is really 5-star. And that's one of the things I had problems with the services here in Atlanta, that the customer service was lacking. And even the product was maybe good, it may be, but the customer service. And I've given a perfect example. I went to a restaurant yesterday, and the customer service was fantastic. And the reason why I said it because once I ordered things, she said, well, that's an extra fee for this, and there's a charge for this.
She lets you know what's going on.
She let you know what's going on right up front. And I had a totally different experience at another situation, and I saw the difference that made this restaurant a 5-star experience and the other a dismal experience. So there is hope.
Yes.
And
I see what you mean about customer service, though. It is lacking overall to a certain degree.
You totally. I don't know what you do, but I recommend you totally to anyone who's listening and watching this broadcast, just because of your attitude, the way you focus on the customer and trying to find a way to service them and solve the problem.
Because at the end of the day,
that's the secret to
they help me. They help me keep going, and they help anybody keep going at any business you're in.
Absolutely.
That's what I believe.
And that's what I believe too. All right, July 4th. Brother, you are definitely what I definitely look forward to work with, and I definitely will have you install my ceiling fans in my new home in Buckhead.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ashay. Any other questions? Really, you got a question?
It's okay.
Okay, cool. Man, look at there. That was great. Yeah, thanks for the questions in the Chemic Club, everybody. Anybody else have any questions, then let us know. And before we finish out, going back to that metaphysics, here is a potato that gives off electricity as well.
I seen certain experiments. Me and my boys I do an experiment with that with lemons. I think you could do it with lemons.
Yep,
different.
yep. Those are highly acidic and bring in a lot of electrical energy, which makes sense that Dr. Sebi and doctors will tell you to get on a vegetarian or vegan alkaline diet, and you get the most amount of angstroms of energy with fruits, specifically fruits.
And I think along with fasting as well would help. Like I was hearing about like after they say 3 days, your body starts to break itself down, rebuild itself, reboot itself, dead cells removing, like a whole cellular reset. And I was like, I'll do my best to try to get on that journey. Yes, but
just drink a lot of water while you do that. That's the big key. You drink a lot of water. That's the big key there.
Okay, keep your fluids up, things like that.
Yeah, that's the big key. And I like superfoods, like different powders. We got some supplements and powders yesterday.
Okay.
So having in more supplements and superfoods really helps bring in that electrical energy too, because fruits and vegetables bring in the most angstroms of energy that your body can use.
Do you think the powder takes away from the actual fruit, or does it like concentrate the like nutrients in a sense from the fruit?
From what I've heard, that it's still like grounding. You're like dehydrating. A lot of them they'll dehydrate it and then ground it, so that way it's
Oh, it's still refined in its nutrients. It's like
yeah.
So, okay, that makes sense.
Or some people, they'll juice it to dehydrate, and they'll juice it so that way you're using the juices and putting that in a different form. And then when you have all those fibers and what's left over, all that's still good, because a lot of the skins are still good for you. Like eating the skin of an orange even is good for you.
Oh.
Or especially mangoes, even kiwi, you can eat the skin. Or even avocados, I don't eat the skin, but you can use the skin on your hand, and it'll be avocado oil.
Oh, okay.
So you can, after you eat the avocado, then you could rub that skin on your
and absorb the oil into your skin. Just reusing, just keeping it going. In a sense, okay.
Yeah, so I've learned some things on this journey of metaphysics, how our body is putting out the most amount of energy. So here is Brother Daniel live in action. There we go. Look at that.
Look at 2021. My goodness.
Look at that. And it's on the 22nd, April 22nd. That's a big number for me right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 22nd. I was born on June 22nd. So
okay. Just keep it. That's cool though. That's cool.
2021.
Birthday.
When I joined BAF. So Kwanzaa 21 is my anniversary.
Cool. Look, I think I've been in BAF since 2021. Yeah, it's from when it first started forming in a sense. It's been a journey.
Yeah, we in here.
Yeah, we still here.
The Kemet Club grow. Also have our land development project. So you can actually be a subcontractor as well on our website. You can actually be a subcontractor and check out the new Kemet tab. And then there's a spot where you can actually go ahead and put in your subcontractor's information to be a part of our housing development project. So go ahead and go to the new Kemet tab.
Okay.
And is there anything else, Brother Daniel, that you'd like to share with the people? Anything that you want our viewers to know?
You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram, Google. You can put in my company, Easy Fix Electrical Services, and it'll pop up. You can see my reviews. You can view my website, and I appreciate you. Let us help you with your electrical needs.
Yep, Easy Fix Electrical Services. And there you have it right there. Well, that concludes our interview. We always finish off with a 1, 2, 3 master motivator. So I'd love to have you join us right now. We're gonna huddle on in, and then we're gonna have our film. Our master motivator.
The revolution will not be televised.
During the commercial right here. So here's Brother O'Neill, one of our volunteers. So we're bringing everybody in together because we want everybody to be uplifted. So let's put our fists together. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3. Master motivators! All right, let's try it again. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Master motivators!
Ashe. Give it up to Daniel.
Thank you for your time and this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Ashe.
And thank y'all for tuning in as well.
Yep. We'll see you all tomorrow. BAF Solutions Network, 1 p.m., 1 to 2. And on Sunday, we got Center Sunday at 7 p.m. We'll see you all soon.
Televised.
If I like to say I meditate on what is I'm going to work on, and meditate on the canvas. And after a while,
I'm proud.
Statements out to the people through his work, and you do the same thing, Q. So you're representing very well here on being the Malcolm I want to. Now we're going to take some time right now to see Malcolm Ball in action right here on the BAF Solutions Network.
I'm black and I'm proud. Come on, O'Neill. Hey, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Ashe.
Thank you.
Give it
Thank
up.
you for your time. Yes.
Yeah. That's all. See, that's what's saying. The 3 looks better coming in for the master menu, but so just somebody that comes in and gave it a nice picture. So thanks O'Neill for jumping in the camera. That's great.
Hey, we here, man.